Welcome to Finding the Voices. I am Monica Ingadam.
Hi, I'm Monica Ingadam. Welcome to Finding the Voices. Right now we are in Imphal and today we have a very special guest speaker, my childhood role model who has tutored me, Khundrakpam Bodhachandra. Tamo, welcome to our show.
Oh, thank you.
So to start with, Tamo, can you share a brief introduction about yourself from childhood?
Actually, I was educated in Little Frost School.
Oh, really?
So I studied there till class 5. After that, we were chased out, and I landed up in Don Bosco, Chingmerong.
Okay.
And in Little Frost School, I mean, my academic career was sort of up and down.
Okay.
When I was very young, I performed pretty well.
Okay.
Then even after that also I performed okay. I mean more than average. And of course I had a good time in Little School. I enjoyed this sports and all. We used to have sports also.
Okay.
Sack race and whatnot, football even.
Okay.
So then after that I went to Don Bosco Chingmerong, and actually I don't mind talking about my flops.
Yeah, at that time, of course, you are facing it now, you have crossed it, and it's a story.
Yeah. I can take it in my stride, so to say.
Okay.
So, actually, in class 6 in Don Bosco, I failed in maths.
Okay.
I got only 26.
Okay.
And by virtue of having passed in all other subjects, I was promoted.
Okay.
I was promoted. So after getting the shock of having plugged in maths in class 6, I tried pretty hard after that.
Okay.
And fortunately, I have my father who retired as a school headmaster.
Okay.
And who was actually very famous as a mechanics teacher.
Okay.
That is basically maths.
Okay.
In one of the, you can say, very reputed schools at that time. There is Johnstone Higher Secondary School. It was perhaps the first school that was established in Manipur.
Okay.
By Sir Johnstone.
Okay.
So after that, I mean, after failing maths in class 6, I tried quite a lot. I invested a lot of time in maths. In fact, I used to work out what would be taught later on. I used to go ahead of the class.
Ahead of the class. Okay. So you got such a jolt that, you started over-preparing.
Correct.
Okay.
So that from class 8 onwards, I was the best in maths.
Okay.
And there was no one to beat me.
Okay.
So in class 9 and 10, I generally used to stand first or second or third.
Okay.
Never below third. And of course, that time in class 9, 10, we were having the Manipur board. At that time we were allowed to offer one additional subject in maths, which was known as additional mathematics.
Oh, okay. So there were two courses.
No, actually there were three courses on maths. One was compulsory maths.
I see.
And then the other one was mechanics.
Okay.
And the third one was this optional, of course.
Okay.
This additional maths. So these three combined, I used to secure the highest mark.
Okay.
And there was one Bengali colleague, Shamalo Chaudhary. He, of course, generally used to get first.
Okay.
And he used to, secure more marks in other subjects.
Okay.
Like the other subjects also. No?
Okay.
Then, yes, the time came, the day of reckoning, class 10 exam. 1973.
Okay.
That was the first time this Manipur Board of Secondary Education conducted the class 10 exam.
Oh, okay. So Tamil was the first batch.
Yeah, we were the first batch.
Oh, okay.
So then, just before the result was announced formally, we got, there was leakage of news that people from Don Bosco, there were 3 position holders. Then Little School also, some good number of position holders like that.
Okay.
And then, I used to think, which position have I got?
Okay.
Because, I never used to get below 3.
Okay,
I could tell you.
Right.
I used to get either 1, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But then when the result was declared, I was shocked because I was not in the first 10.
Okay.
Whereas Little School got 3 positions, Don Bosco got 3 positions.
Okay.
And at that time, government schools used to do well.
Okay, at that time.
At that time.
Okay.
Like one Haumaraka High School, that one he got second and all.
Oh, second
rank. Second
Okay,
rank.
so what did Tamil get?
Later on I came to know that I got 26th rank.
Okay, 26th. Okay, so that was a big disappointment for you.
Yeah. It was a big shock,
Okay. So during, till the 10th, what was your favorite subject?
Oh, my favorite subject was maths.
Oh, okay. So after the 6th jolt, you got fully concentrated into math and it became your favorite subject.
Correct.
Okay.
And then, because fortunately, my father was there,
Right.
I did not used to sit with him all the time. I used to walk out with him.
Okay. So during that time, you did not go for any tuition
or
anything?
No.
So your dad used to guide you, when required?
Correct. Whenever I had any doubt, I used to go to him and ask.
Okay.
He could clear my doubts most of the time.
Okay, got it. Then after that, where did you go for your higher secondary?
After that, one very close friend of mine, who stood actually 4th position in class 10, we went to Shillong.
Okay.
We went to Shillong. And then, to cut the story a bit short, we pursued our PUC, pre-university course in science in St. Edmund's College.
Okay.
In Latumkra.
Okay.
That is.
So was your decision to go out of Manipur because there was no good higher secondary school at that time, or it was just so that you will get exposure outside of Manipur?
Actually both.
Okay.
Because during that time, I just mentioned about my father, that only that John Stone and CC Higher Secondary School, these were for the boys.
Okay.
For the girls, the Tapasana.
Okay.
Tapasana girls is there, and Ibodron Sana also was there. So they were very limited choice. Like now, there are so many of good private schools up to class 12.
Right now.
Right now. Herbert, HRD and whatnot. So many of them.
Okay, so many has come. So, there is not so much of a demand to go out for higher secondary.
You have a lot of
choices here within our own state.
Correct.
Okay. Then after you did your higher secondary...
After my 12, actually, at the time, after having that shock of, doing below my expectation in class 10, it was still lingering there, even after I finished my the PUC.
Okay.
So actually, I did not have as much of hope, so that actually I wanted to pursue maths.
Okay.
Because it is even now, it's my my favorite thing.
Okay.
But then when I thought about getting a job, I thought that engineering offered a better chances.
Okay.
So I went for engineering.
Okay. And where did you go?
I went to that one Govind Ballabh Pant University of Agriculture and Technology.
Okay.
Pant Nagar.
Okay, so you studied your engineering in which specialization?
Yeah, I did my BTech in electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering. Okay. So how was your experience over there?
Over there, actually it is only some 13 trimester course. Trimesters. 3 trimesters make 1 year.
1 year.
So it's slightly more than 4 years, some 4 months, something like that, approximately. But because of some turbulence there during our study period, I took some 5 years.
5 years, I see.
And I'm very proud to say that those 5 years were the best part in my life.
Oh, really?
Huh.
How so?
No, especially because, I acquired confidence about life there mainly.
I see.
Because, I was as soon as I enrolled there, that was in 1975, and in December of the same year, December, January like that, we had this university athletic championship.
Okay.
So there, I was the athletic champion.
Okay. Yes, I remember when I was small, you used to get all the trophy and it was countless number of trophies.
Yeah.
So that's where you developed like athletic and interest into sports.
Correct. Of course, that interest was there
Before.
right from childhood also.
Okay.
Because our local environment, especially regarding open spaces where one could play,
Okay.
it was not like this here. Now there are no open spaces where the children can play. Our time there used to be.
Okay, so what other thing did we miss, because it looks like your engineering phase had shaped your personality and...
Yes, after that I became a very confident person. All the time I was working hard in studies as well.
Okay.
Especially in my final year, because I wanted to do, because I am a teacher at heart. So I knew at the time that if I wanted to go for teaching, that's what I wanted, I had to do my PhD, my doctorate.
Okay.
So then I thought that the next step after my BTech was MTech.
Okay.
So for getting admission in some good college, it always helps if you pass out from a reputed institution. So, I mean, that's the first, stepping point that you get.
Okay.
If you are from some reputed college, then people say, oh, good. Then they begin to consider you. After that, of course, how you perform, that will decide. But then at least you get a chance.
Right. I mean, for somebody to review and see, like, from where you're coming, that is important.
Yes,
the
important.
Institution. So, another question which comes to my mind is, right now, like, we hear a lot of students being targeted because people from Manipur looks different. But during your time when you were studying outside, did you face any such comments or any incident?
Of course. In Meerut, that was that problem guy. I had long hair.
Okay, yes, I remember.
So I actually, one very close friend of mine, he was from Meerut. So I spent some 10 days or so. Because trimester means vacation period was very short, 15 days.
To come to Manipur.
Yeah, coming to my home, Imphal, and then back. That time it was very hard.
Yeah.
Surface.
Right.
It used to take 1 week.
Train and then by bus.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
So that time, in some hotel, nearby hotel, I was purchasing something. Then someone pulled my hair from behind.
Okay.
So it was this chap,
I see.
So I'm not going into those details.
Right.
But later on I came to know that he was killed by someone.
Okay.
Because,
so it was more a person, not so much the whole
a troublemaker.
society. Yeah, right.
He was a troublemaker. A very mischievous chap.
Okay.
No, he was doing not only to me.
To other people
others
also.
as well.
So it was not a targeted...
nothing like notice and all that.
Okay. So during that time you did not face any problem like how it is reported now?
Nothing.
Okay, then after that you did your MTech.
Yeah.
And where did you do your MTech?
That way I was fortunate to get admission in IIT Madras.
Oh, wow. So were you the only person from Manipur at that time?
In Madras? In Madras, of course. I was the only one.
Only one.
Huh.
Okay, so you had prepared very hard for the entrance exam.
Yes. I told you, no?
Right.
That in my final year, I gave up sports.
Right. focus on
my
because
studies.
you knew what you wanted to, and you said that you had developed the interest of being a teacher at that point of time.
Correct. And
but did you know that you will be in IIT Madras, or it's just the IIT entrance exam and they allocated in Madras?
no, that time it was separate.
I see. Okay. So you targeted IIT Madras.
Because I stayed 2 years in Shillong, 5 years in UP.
So you
I wanted to
go
experience the South.
I see. Very interesting. Okay. So what happened after your masters?
After my masters, I thought that I should go back home.
Okay.
That I had been absent for some 19 years.
Okay.
Then that I would do my PhD later on.
Okay.
And then actually I will stay jobless for about some 2 years.
Okay.
Because Manipur is a very small place and avenues for job are very limited.
Okay.
So finally I was lucky to get a job of assistant professor in physics department of Manipur University.
Okay.
That was in 1984 end. I joined on 3rd January 1985.
Okay. So how did you cope up with that 2 years? Like, were you okay? Were you frustrated? What was going on during that wait period?
Actually, that way I'm fortunate in that I used to impart private tuition.
That's when I must have
I
come
think
into place.
you were one of my students at the time.
Right.
Then over and above that, I used to indulge in other activities associated with my trade.
I see.
Like I got the idea of making one incubator for hatching eggs.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
So that helped me a lot.
Okay, so you kept yourself busy, while you're waiting for the opportunity.
Correct.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Ah,
Okay, so after that you got the opportunity in Manipur University, and how long did you work, and what was your experience working in Manipur University?
I started working in January 1985, and then I worked there till 1998. Actually, I, being a technical person and physics department, pure science,
Right.
it was I was not so suitable.
I see.
And besides, I realized, of course, I knew it right from the beginning that I should do my PhD.
Okay.
But then, yes, so then I realized that if I switch my job to some other institute where the PhD is not mandatory, if you want to stay in a university, you have to acquire a PhD.
You have to acquire PhD.
You have to acquire PhD.
Okay.
So then I realized that even without getting a PhD, I could get a job somewhere else.
Okay.
Where it was not mandatory.
Okay.
To be a doctorate.
Okay. Okay.
So that's where finally I landed up in this NELIT, that National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology.
Okay.
Earlier it was known as DUEC. Before that it was known as CEDT.
I see. So the names have evolved, but it's the same institute.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay. Okay. So why did you say that you felt you were not suitable? Was it the subject or was it the ambience?
That
In Manipur
ambience
University.
was there. So now I realize, that I have committed so many mistakes in my life. So many, which I think everyone does. And the greatest mistake was not having my PhD.
Okay, so you felt that so are you saying that you had to move out of Manipur University and could not climb up the ladder because you did not have PhD?
No, that PhD, for that PhD was not essential.
Okay.
My MTech was good enough.
Okay.
But, having to interact with the bureaucrats.
Okay, so that was something which you were not enjoying.
I did not enjoy
I see.
interacting with the bureaucrats.
So how did your role change moving from MU to your current institute?
When I joined this NELIT, I was more responsible. In fact, people used to say that, I was a happy-go-lucky type, that I would not be able to cope with this environment in Nelit.
Okay.
No, but actually, you will be surprised. This person, especially who is to pass such a remark about me,
Okay.
he will be surprised to know that it was just the opposite.
I see. I see. When I was coming for tuition in the morning, one of the things which really inspired me was one incident. During that time, I think you were teaching in MU. So there was a mother, or I don't know, somebody who came and gave a roll number to you. And you kind of said, okay, and the mother went away. But after the mother went away, you were very angry. You were like, what is this? And you tore off that piece of paper. And that kind of stayed in me, and I had the greatest admiration for you, in terms of honesty. And I really looked up that, we have this culture, but you didn't oblige, or you didn't go with the flow. So I wanted to just ask your opinion and also your view, because we do see that a lot of people come home for work related, not in the office, which I particularly haven't experienced, working in the private sector in other parts of India or in US. Our work remains in the office. So what is your view, thoughts, about this culture of, if I have to say in Manipuri, wanomba, not exactly bribery, but kind of favoritism, haitareko. Yeah. So what do you think about this?
Thank you, first of all, for about that incident that you remarked and your positive comments. I have come to know only very recently. I did not know it. Anyway, so this culture of going to people's houses, homes, for their personal ends, I am very much against this.
Right.
Official work means you should go to the office. Why go to him? Why trouble him with your what you call, wants and desires?
Right.
To that officer in his home, at his home.
So in your experience, being a teacher, like how frequent it is that people come, and how do you handle it?
This is a very, black mark on our culture. That's what I find. Why don't their wards, their sons, daughters compete on a, fair playing ground?
That's right.
Without resorting to wanomba.
Right.
Oh, let them compete in the competitive examination. Let the best be selected.
Right.
So this is this one offshoot, you can say. Yes, it is. Wanomba is just the beginning of a very bad part about our society.
Tamo, we spoke a lot about career, education. So just to know a little bit about yourself, if you can share something about what you do for fun.
No, actually, I'm sorry to say that I consider myself to be a boring person. From those aspects. Of course, I like reading joke books. Okay. Especially Kushwan Singh's and all that. Okay. So wherever I find these joke books, I generally go through them and I enjoy. In fact, I laugh a lot. Okay. Especially in anticipation, because when my friends in hostel and all, when they used to crack jokes, I could anticipate what they were going to say. Okay. So I used to laugh before the end of the joke.
Okay, so to end our show, is there anything else I have missed? Which you want
yes, actually, I have been wanting to say certain things. Regarding that, that one should put in a lot of effort. One should slog. Work hard. Don't be disheartened. Don't lose hope. Every one of us are intelligent. What is the proof when I make such a remark? The proof is that, a child, when after attaining 2 years of age, is able to speak. Will we not say that the child is intelligent? After all, no one has tried to teach him to speak. It has been hearing, listening to the environment. Then it picks up. So my point is that all of us who were able to speak after attaining 2 years of age are intelligent. Are intelligent. In fact, I think it is very true that our IQ level, that intelligence quotient, that 90% is dependent upon your environment. That is your family, your friend circle, your school, your state, your environment. Because they will impact upon how much effort you put in towards attaining your goal. So that part, your environment determines 90% of your IQ. It is that your genes, what you inherit from your parents, that determines only 10%.
Okay, so it's the environment which you feel.
Yes, environment.
Influence.
How much labor you put in. That is what is going to matter. And I've seen it among the same brothers. I've seen one was slightly less gifted than the other one. But right now, this less, so to say, less gifted.
Worked very hard.
He works very hard. And he's doing much better. In fact, the other one, who is supposed to be bright, he has not landed a job.
Okay.
So, you see, I mean, not bright means, of course, he's very good. But he's been stalking, He's doing very well.
Okay. Okay.
So, a lot depends upon the amount of work that you put in. So, in fact, to continue a little bit more, I think everyone must be knowing about Thomas Alva Edison. So, he's the chap who invented the electric bulb, the filament bulb. So he used to invent so many things, I don't know. But anyway, people used to call him a genius. They used to heap praises upon him. But then he said, genius is nothing but 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration.
Inspiration.
That's what he said. So, in order to be inspired, you have to work a lot. You have to accumulate plenty of knowledge in order to be able to apply them. And of course, we are not fortunate enough to be able to foresee what we will require. Otherwise, we could have simply studied all those things.
Right. So the element of surprise, uncertainty.
Yeah, forces you to learn as much as possible. And the last one which I want to say is that everyone must be knowing about Albert Einstein. He is the greatest scientist. Or not the last one, one more I'll tell. So, till I think class 6, 7, he was just mediocre. He was just mediocre. But then on his birthday, on one particular birthday, his aunt, he gave him a book. She gave him a book on this Euclidean geometry. That after going through that book, because geometry, it's a pure logic. So he saw the beauty of logic. That changed his life completely.
Right.
And
then what happened?
What he is now.
Right.
So that particular instant. So one should never lose hope. One never knows. Something might change you for the better. Of course, sometimes it happens the other way around, for the worse. And then one, yes, this will be the last one, about Isaac Newton. He was, of course, a very learned man, and he wanted one granary to be constructed, his granary. So, granary, they are generally full of rats, of course. They attract rats, because after all, the grains will be there. So, he instructed his carpenters, I have got 2 cats, one big, one small. And so, you please make one big hole for the big cat and one small for the small hole for the small cat. So the carpenters, they don't laugh at him. They say, yes sir, we'll do it. So after the granary was, that construction was completed, he came and inspected, especially about those cat holes, so to say. Then he saw there was only one big hole. So he scolded, hey, you have not done what I instructed you to do? Where will that small cat go? So those carpenters, they brought both cats, big and small. Then let both go through the same hole.
Okay.
Then, that Isaac Newton realized, oh, that small hole is not required.
Okay.
So my point is that, these so-called big brains,
Sometimes.
yes,
Yeah.
they can be so foolish at times.
Right.
So please don't be disheartened if you sometimes are caught on the wrong foot.
That's very nice. I haven't even read about this.
I came across it somewhere.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Is there any other?
No, I think
That's
there are
it.
others, but I think we can call it a
Okay.
day.
All right. Thank you, Tamo. This means a lot for me. Like you have inspired me. I hope that Tamo's voice will inspire many of our listeners. And like Tamo said, for everyone, it can be one incident which inspires and tells the person to move forward.
Yes, which can change.
Yes. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my views, which I believe will be heard and seen by a large audience.
Thank you.